What's up, creepers and critters? Chris the Atari Creep. How's everyone doing tonight? There's Spackle my skull. Oh, of course I left the vibrations on, right? Oh well, you guys are gonna have to deal with that. Oh! Alright, I'm just gonna lather this shit right on. Oh, look at that. Oh yeah. Should just do it this way. I was using a stick. Hey, what's up, buddy? How you doing, Stacy? The reason I was using a stick is because I was hoping it would level it. What I'm basically trying to do is fill valleys with one product, like one big swoop. Technically, it's 2 or 3 swoops. So you just splatter the hell out of it with this stuff. And then like in an hour or 2 from now, I could just sand it back. And if I have to repeat it, I'll repeat it. And I also have glazing spot putty too, so we should be good there. I'm trying to get it not as smooth as the rest of this, but keep in mind that I'm on the phone. Let me see. How do you get the chat to stay up? There we go. Fill valleys. Yep. All is well here, Stacy says. Right on. Right on. Alex, I saw your comment on my game video, and that brought me back. Never mind the games. Brought me back to a simpler time here on YouTube. It felt really good. It felt really good to put that video out. It felt really good to play a game. It's been a while. It's been a while since I've played a game. Just sat down and played a game. So, what I'm working on is, let me put this back in the spackle. It was just a fiend mask from Creeper Masks on Instagram. If you follow my Million Macabre on Instagram, he's on my friends list or whatever you want to call it. I have 2 masks of his. One that he painted up, and this was just a blank that I wanted to turn into a Frankenskull. And because he calls them fiend masks, it's now a Frankenfiend. So I built this up with foam, sanded it down, and then I've been hitting it with what are those plaster bandages, you know? Smoothed that out the best I could, and now I'm using this stuff. And filler primer. I had the primer out because I was working on shoulder armor for my Mandalorian kit. And, oh, I don't have those out here anymore. I'd show them to you. I do have another project I'm working on I left out here, so. This right here, it's a Doom Buggy, Haunted Mansion Doom Buggy Hot Rod. I have the rest of the, the chassis and everything, too. It's all 3D printed. I kind of created this piece here. I took 2 existing models and kind of blended them together. So I had the Doom Buggy. It's not a great representation, but those who know what it is recognize it the second they see it. I had that printed up, and it just sat there for a while. I wanted to test out it was like a silky purple filament, and I wanted to test it out, so I printed the Doom Buggy. I had that laying around for a little while. I was like, how rad would that be to be like a T-bucket style hot rod, Because you've seen things like this before with the hot rods. So I almost actually put it back here, but I chose just to go with the bed. I got a barrel that just so happens to fit in there. Don't you dare toss those. We'll talk later, my friend. We'll talk later. But yeah, so I said, I'm going to turn that thing into a hot rod, George Barris style, And he was one of my, I wouldn't say heroes, but influences. I didn't know who he was, but it turns out every, I say, TV, movie, automobile, it was either him for Gene Winfield. Who made it? You know? George Barris and Gene Winfield. Now I got a guy named Ian Rossell that I follow. His work is amazing. That guy sculpts with metal finer than any fine sculptor with clay. The things that guy can do with metal. And, you know, a torch is incredible. I'll be right back, guys. I gotta go get myself a Pepsi or something. I'll be right back. Just, play nice. I don't have anything to hold them up. Yes, I do. Alright, I'll be right back. Alright. I'm back in the saddle again. They just announced their farewell tour. I'm not gonna lie, I thought Aerosmith was already done. My brother was a big Aerosmith fan. I got an Aerosmith story. We'll talk about it later, though. Someone just remind me. Remind me later. You said you had an Aerosmith story. Basically, I kind of insulted one of them to their face and didn't know it. Not like they suck or anything like that, but it's a fun story. That maybe we'll talk about on the Creepy Crawl, actually. That sounds like a story time video. I want to do more of those. If you go back in my catalog on that channel, I used to do this thing called story time. One time I showed this pond where we found a couple cars, and we waited in anticipation while they pulled them out of the pond, and hoping there was a body. We're kids, all right? It's like 86, 87. Just praying to God there was something in the car that was worth waiting for, because it ruined our fishing day. Which I didn't care. I don't like fishing. I really don't. I never understood it. I know. Okay, let me take that back. I totally understand it. It's fucking relaxing. But it's just, I don't know. I was more content just hanging out in nature, you know, than I was worrying about my rod and all that stuff, which I suppose is part of the deal, you know. People are going to be like, Chris, obviously that's what it's for, you know, that and supper, sometimes. Man, I haven't been to a nice fish fry in a long time. Ooh, itchy nose. Let me tap the screen and see if there's any comments that I've missed. I guess I can't pull them up. Oh, there they are. Yes, let's talk later. I'm just kidding, man. Show us your guitar one day. Oh, which guitar? Fuck, how do I get that back? Here we go. Show us all your guitars one day. Oh, I will. I will someday. You have to excuse me. I leave my glasses at work during the week, or I forget to bring them to work. So I don't have glasses on. It's going to be tough to hone in. I might put hair on this. Should I smooth it? Yeah, I'll smooth the top. I'll smooth the top. Ooh, this is going on nice. Ooh. And you know what the best part here? This crap here from the Dollar Tree. Now, normally I would get the stuff from, you know, the stuff at Home Depot that starts out pink and then turns white when it's dry, so you know when it's sand. And it's really designed to fill gaps in drywall and stuff like that, you know. It's that kind of a product, but it works really well filling in, you know, voids and stuff like that. So not as a protective layer, but more as a filler. Because what I'll do is after I sand this back, I will seal it in with a my filler primer, automotive primer. Oh yeah, it's like ice on a fucking cake, you know. Uh-oh. It's the popo. Oh no, it's the telephone. Thought I heard a squad radio. Squawking. Your squawking radio. Man, I don't miss having to do that. The radios and 10-9, sorry, repeat. You'd have that one guy that would either have the mic way over here or like right here. And either way, you couldn't hear him. Could be in the middle of an emergency. The guy's like, you're like, oh yeah, 10-4, I like the hot dogs too. Meanwhile, they're dying in the cell block, you know. Whatever. Learn to use the microphone. Or the I worked the overnight for many, many years. But I got so used to being a jackass and being allowed to because there was no corporate there and there was no suits and no, you know what I mean. Every now and again I take overtime during the day and I forget. We had this one guy named Brubaker who used to say woof instead of wolf. And the housing units are named after indigenous animals to the area, you know. One of them was a wolf, so he would tell us that the code 20 to unit woof was code 4. Code 20 means security check, you know, inspection. Nobody's dying and everyone's where they're supposed to be. And I get on the radio and go, sir, be advised, there's an L in the word wolf. And next thing you know, you hear Captain Grant, 534, can I get you to switch over to channel 3, please? I'd go to 3, and he'd be like, get the hell out of my office now. Emergency traffic only, or, you know, official traffic only. That's what they would say, official. I gotta stand up. My hip is doing something weird. Sorry. I'm telling you, kids, don't get old. Don't grow up and get old. Hey, look at the top of my skull. Wow, my hip is killing me tonight. I may have to go get me an ibuprofen. Unless something bit me. Maybe something bit me. No, that's a spasm. God damn it. God damn it. Let's see if I have the new comments here, because I might sign off a little sooner than I anticipated. Hey, Alan, what's going on? You should make a William Shatner, James T. Kirk mask into a Michael Myers. If I could get my hands on one, I would. Sorry, guys. I don't know why my hip is acting like an asshole right now. I do that. Did you guys ever see the video? I think it was Horror's Hallowed Grounds put out of what's his name actually repeating his process with a newer Shatner mask. That was pretty cool. If I, again, remember. I have to say that because I never do. I'll find the link. I'll put it down below here. But, yeah, guys, my hip is doing something. I'm going to have to say goodnight. So for those of you who came and hung out with me and Frank and Fiend, thanks, guys. I really appreciate it. I hope you're all well. I may come back on later on tonight or tomorrow and actually play games or something. So you're not going to, you know, you're not going to get away from me that quick. So, all right, I need some ibuprofen or something. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.